Have you ever wondered how the world of video games evolved from simple pixelated graphics to the immersive virtual reality experiences we have today? It's quite a story, filled with leaps of imagination, bold innovators, and a whole lot of technological wizardry. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're taking a thrilling ride through time to uncover the epic story of video games. So, let's get started. Our story begins not in the entertainment sector, but within the walls of research labs. Back in the 1950s, scientists were exploring the potential of newly invented computing technology. They were curious to see if these machines could be used not just for calculations, but also for interactive entertainment. Created by physicist William Higginbotham in 1958, the first ever video game was a simple yet revolutionary creation called Tennis for Two. Displayed at the Brookhaven National Laboratory's annual public exhibition, it was a basic sports video game that simulated a game of tennis. Tennis for Two was followed by other early games like Space War, developed at MIT in 1962. These early games were mostly confined to research labs and universities, as they required large and expensive computers to run. The first commercially successful video game was Pong, an arcade game released by Atari in 1972. Pong took inspiration from Tennis for Two, simulating a game of table tennis. It was simple yet addictive, and it captivated the public's imagination. The success of Pong sparked a flurry of activity in the gaming industry. Companies began developing their own games, and each vying for a piece of the burgeoning market. This period saw the release of many iconic games such as Space Invaders and Pac-Man, which further fueled public interest in video games. But it wasn't just the games that were evolving, so was the technology behind them. The first game consoles were simple machines with limited capabilities, but as technology advanced, so did the consoles. From Tennis for Two to Pong and beyond, these pioneering games laid the groundwork for today's vibrant gaming industry. But how did these early games lead to the consoles we know today? Stay tuned as we delve into the evolution of gaming consoles. The evolution of game consoles is a fascinating story marked by technological leaps and bounds. It all started with the release of Magnavox Odyssey in the early 1970s, the first home video game console. It was a simple machine that played a handful of games on a television screen, but it was just the beginning. In 1972, Atari entered the scene with their Pong arcade machines, which quickly became a cultural phenomenon. This success led Atari to release the Atari 2600 in 1977, a home console that brought gaming into the mainstream. With its interchangeable game cartridges, it offered players a variety of games to choose from, a novelty at the time. The console was a hit and set the standard for future consoles. The 1980s saw the entrance of a key player in the console market, Nintendo. Their Nintendo Entertainment System, released in 1985, introduced iconic games like Super Mario Bros. And The Legend of Zelda. The NES introduced improved graphics and gameplay mechanics, taking gaming to new heights. Sega entered the console wars against Nintendo in the late 80s with their Sega Genesis console. Known for its superior sound and graphic capabilities, it was home to popular games like Sonic the Hedgehog. The late 90s and early 2000s marked a new era in gaming, with Sony's PlayStation and Microsoft's Xbox entering the market. These consoles brought significant advancements in graphics and gameplay, along with iconic games like Final Fantasy VII and Halo. Today's consoles like PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X are technological marvels. They offer lifelike graphics, immersive gameplay, and a wealth of features that blur the line between gaming and reality. These consoles changed the face of gaming, but who are the people behind these innovations? Up next, we'll introduce you to the game changers of the industry. The history of video games is marked by influential figures and milestones that have shaped the industry. These game changers have left an indelible mark on the gaming landscape, pushing boundaries and constantly innovating. One such figure is Shigeru Miyamoto, the creative genius behind some of Nintendo's most iconic franchises. His creations, including Super Mario Bros. And The Legend of Zelda, have become cultural phenomena, transcending gaming to become part of global pop culture. Miyamoto's unique approach to game design, focusing on play mechanics and immersion, has influenced countless game developers. Another game changer is the release of Doom in 1993. Developed by ID Software, Doom popularized the first-person shooter genre and introduced groundbreaking technology including 3D graphics and networked multiplayer gaming. Its impact can still be felt today in the plethora of first-person shooters that dominate the gaming market. The launch of World of Warcraft in 2004 was another significant milestone. It brought massively multiplayer online role-playing games into the mainstream and established a new standard for online gaming. With its vast, immersive world and strong emphasis on social interaction, World of Warcraft has captivated millions of players worldwide. The advent of mobile gaming is another key milestone. The release of games like Angry Birds and Candy Crush Saga has made gaming accessible to a much wider audience. These games have demonstrated that successful games can be simple, fun, and played on a device that fits in your pocket. These are just a few examples of the influential figures and milestones in gaming history. Each one has contributed to making the gaming industry what it is today. Let's explore the current state of play in gaming. So where are we now in the world of gaming? Well, video games have grown into this amazing, diverse platform that caters to all sorts of tastes and interests. They've become a big part of our lives, influencing everything from the music we listen to the movies we watch, to even the clothes we wear. The gaming scene today is all about variety. You've got everything from casual mobile games like Candy Crush Saga to immersive role-playing games like The Witcher 3. And let's not forget about indie games. These gems from independent developers are really pushing the envelope in terms of creativity and innovation. And then there's esports. Who would have thought that playing games like League of Legends, Dota 2, and Counter-Strike Global Offensive could turn into a professional sport watched by millions around the globe? It's not just about playing games anymore. It's about building careers in the gaming industry. But the influence of video games goes beyond just entertainment. Games like Minecraft are being used in classrooms to teach everything from coding to physics. Who said learning can be fun? And with virtual reality, they're even helping people recover from injuries and deal with anxiety. One of the best things about video games is how they bring people together. They have become a platform for connection and community. Online multiplayer games allow us to connect with people from all corners of the world, work together, compete, and even form friendships. In this digital age, video games provide a space for us to interact and share experiences. In a nutshell, gaming today is all about diversity, innovation, and impact. Video games have come a long way since their early days and have become a significant part of our culture and society. But what does the future hold? Let's look ahead to the exciting future of video games. If we had to pick one word to describe the future of gaming, it would be immersion. We're talking about breaking down the barriers between you and the game world. And leading this exciting change are virtual reality and augmented reality. VR and AR are like the next big leap in gaming tech. They offer a level of immersion that traditional gaming just can't compete with. With VR, you can actually step into the game world, interacting with everything around you as if you were really there. AR, on the other hand, brings the game into our world, overlaying digital objects with our physical environment. Big names like Oculus, Valve, and Sony are leading the way in VR gaming. Their headsets like the Oculus Rift, HTC Vive, and PlayStation VR are pushing what's possible in gaming to new limits. These devices track your movement and translate it into the game, letting you look around, move, and interact in ways we could only dream of before. But VR and AR are just the start. The future of gaming could also see big advancements in AI and procedural generation, creating game worlds that are more dynamic and responsive than ever before. Imagine a game that adapts to how you play, or a virtual character that can hold a convincing conversation. Interesting, isn't it? And let's not forget about cloud gaming. It's set to make high-quality gaming more accessible than ever before. Services like Google Stadia and Microsoft's Project xCloud aim to stream games directly to your device, so you won't need expensive hardware. Well, to sum up, the future of gaming is looking bright and full of possibilities. With advancement in VR, AR, AI, procedural generation, and cloud gaming on the horizon, we're on the brink of a new era in gaming. An era where games are more immersive, dynamic, and accessible accessible than ever before. So there you have it. From a simple game of tennis for two to the immersive VR experiences of today, video games have truly come a long way. And with technologies like VR on the horizon, it's clear that the game is far from over. Whether you're a casual player or a hardcore gamer, we're all part of this incredible story. So keep playing, keep dreaming, and let's see where this game takes us next. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our next videos. And as always, thanks for watching.